everything is so
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so entertaining.
Okay, wait.
Keep listening.
Who do you you just said who you listen to. What do you listen to?
20 minutes to leave your mark.
You love listening to 20 minutes to leave your mark.
Yeah, I do.
What is it? What's your impression on that? I love to hear this.
Okay. What if I don't know? That's sort of the appeal. You don't know what you're going to get. Mm-hmm. I know all the lines from the movies he's talking about, but I've never heard anybody that throws them into a conversation as often or as relevant.
Yeah.
So in general, he's one that I like to listen to a lot.
Good. That's good. You know, we love to show Mark love. He is he's a funny, interesting guy. That's why I had him. That's why last year I was like, you know what? He's just so crazy. You don't know what you're going to get.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't mean crazy like he's a weirdo. I just mean like he's got just abstract thought that you're like, this is great. It's good. Yeah. It's a good crazy.
I've never thought of any of this.
It's a crazy with a K. It's a crazy glue. It's a good crazy.
Yeah. And then, of course, I listened to Dr. Brian Shearson, who I was not going to miss.
What do you think?
I'm obsessed with him. He's just like, he was the nicest person at school. Always got along with them. It was fun on the playground. And so like you said, we bring people back into our lives to hear them as adults because I only ever knew that person as a child. Mm-hmm. I've really, really liked it. Also, he is going to help me with this math that I'm super struggling with.
You posted about that yesterday. You said, what is vortex? What was it?
It's transformation of functions.
There we go. And
I got nothing for you. I don't.
Neither.
I don't understand.
Is he coming over to help you? Is he calling
We're going to
you?
meet at the library next Friday.
Really?
Yeah.
Little library date.
Because I need help, and he's like so generous.
Dude, he's good. He was super nice to me. He still is. And then any other? Do you listen to yourself? Are you okay with listening to yourself now?
I listen to myself. Yeah. I wonder if I listened to our last episode. And then I need to get caught up on premenopause and Joey.
Yeah.
But what was the last one where I texted you and said I'm dying? Was it Joey and Bobby or Joey and Mike?
It might have been Joey and Mike. Those were some funny ones. Let's see here.
I think the one where he was talking about some hallway fight where he scared someone and that person was like, I was just cracking up.
That's awesome. Yeah. Now, what was the, we don't want to, are we airing the list of people that you don't F with that you had sent me?
Not unless you got consent. Travis and I had a real conversation about some people about town that maybe scare us.
Yeah, little scary. That's awesome. But yes, it was that one person that you had asked
I knew
me.
Immediately.
And I think we're cool now. I'm going to say it. It's Kristen Kanoski. She is.
She's always been amazing to me. So, and that's no BS. She's always been cool.
So, Corey and Kristen, they were in my 4th grade class, and Tyson Francis. And this is my favorite story to tell when I tell my kids because they think it's hilarious, but because it's kid humor. But I had no clue with a lot of lingo. I was a very sheltered boy. And so this is when you had answering machines. Have you heard this story? Did I tell this story?
No.
Okay. So anyway, you get your phone number, you get the landline back in the day. And so they said, hey, Travis, we're going to be at Corey's house. Give us a call at like 4:30. So I called them at 4:30. There's Corey, Kristen, and Tyson. And I went to the answering machine, not voicemail, the answering machine where it has the physical cassette tape that just records. And as it's recording, because it goes straight to there. And I'm like, hey guys, it's Travis, Kenny, just calling. You told me to give you a call. And all of a sudden they pick up. Now, when you're a kid, you don't realize that it's still recording.
It's recording you.
So they're like, hey, buddy, hey, it's like all of them in the background. And I said, hey, what are you guys doing? Oh, we're doing good. How's it hanging, Trav? And I'm like, what? Like, how, like, what? What's that mean? He's like, how's it hanging, man? How's it hanging? And I'm like what? The picture on my wall? Like me being a dork, being goofy. And they're laughing and they're like, no, man, how's it hanging? How's it hanging? How's it hanging? And I'm like, Mom, what does how's it hanging mean? And she's like, and they're like, don't ask your mom. So anyway, I'm like, all right, well, hey, we'll catch up at school. Okay, all right, have fun. Okay, cool. Thanks for calling. But the next day I go into school. All three of them are in trouble and grounded. And they're like Tyson looked so depressed, like head on the table, just like, I go, hey, what's up? He goes, yeah, so we didn't know that it was recording. And so when Corey and Kristen's parents got home, they listened to the answering machine. They did not like the language we were using. And they may have said some other things besides how's it hanging. Yep. But yeah, they all got grounded for that. And so from then on,
the answering machine is not a toy.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed Kristen. She's always working where she works. I don't know if we see her at the Lee down there, and she's very nice. But yes, that my dick story, that's what made it even more like
it's the best,
the worst. And so it happened again.
You sort of maybe deserved whatever she was going to give you. Oh, for
sure. And so I walked into that like 2 weeks ago. I go in there and we're sitting there. And Mike Martinez plays it again. And I'm like, and Kristen comes up. She's like, you just can't resist, can you? You just have to me. And I'm like, yeah, listen, check my phone. Like, no recent plays. That's not me. She goes, you and your dick, man. You must have some insecurities about it because you're always playing it. And so.
Well, that's how out of touch that I am with anything. I had no idea that jukeboxes are now something you can run from your phone. So I saw the ad, was like, oh my gosh, we have to do this while we're doing a podcast. And you're like, yeah, we've all been doing it for like a year. Like, okay.
It's funny how that's the first thing you go to. You're not like,
yeah.
You're not like, hey, this is convenient. I can sit here and not walk to the jukebox. You're like,
no.
You're like, oh, dude, I can connect later to this thing and just play this like nonstop. But, yeah, that was pretty funny. Ashley Murphy messaged me. She listens to this. I don't know if you know who Ashley Murphy is. She's from the other side of the river. But she is like, oh, yeah, me and my husband love that song. We play that song like just because it's hilarious. And so Dirt Nasty. You know who Dirt Nasty is?
Uh-uh.
He's Mickey Avalon's on it. And it's Dirt Nasty and him. And he was an MTV VJ. Simon Rex. Do you remember Simon Rex? That's who Dirt Nasty is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? That's who he is. So he'll do stuff like with Riff Raff. Who's that?
He was cute.
Yeah, dude. The dude is like still
good looking.
Legit good looking.
Okay, I gotta look him up. Dirt Nasty sounds so ununattractive.
Yeah, I think that's what he.
Maybe that's why.
I think that's why he likes it because. And then Andy Milonakis, he made a song too of Nito, and it's just it reminds you of like old school Beastie Boys.
Oh yeah.
Where every line doesn't really mean anything. It's just a bunch of things that rhyme.
Yep.
But then it gets way worse because Dirt Nasty's in it. But anyway, so rambling with Travis there for a moment.
Oh yeah, we like it though.
Rambling with Rhiannon.
Yes, back.
Okay. She's back. Now I'm jam packed releasing this for Super Bowl week. So I'm unable to release this next week, but I will release the week after.
Oh, yeah.
But I want your Super Bowl prediction.
Kansas City.
What's the score?
Oh, 18-24.
18-24. Kansas City is the 24 on that.
Yeah.
And who's the MVP?
Oh, I guess I hope it's Mahomes. Not... Oh.
Kelsey?
I was going to say not Richard Sherman, but I guess a lot of Seahawks fans are going to be like, whatever, we should still send him love.
Dude, I hate that it's the Niners. Now, here's one thing that I can justify it in my head. I just hate Roger. That's the thing. I hate Roger, my buddy. I love him, but I hate him when it comes to the Niners.
Yeah.
But it's a different Niners team than when we were used to hating. Like, it was Jim Harbaugh. It was Kaepernick.
Oh, for sure.
It was just
easy to hate.
Yeah, so easy to hate. I like Shanahan. I feel like he's not too bad.
Garoppolo's good looking. So Garoppolo's
decent looking, but the defensive coordinator, he's got like this bald head. And he's just like tan. He's buff. My wife has a super crush on him, so I hate him.
Okay, I got to look him up.
Yeah, no, I hate him. So we're okay with hating.
All right,
that.
If he takes a ball to the face, you wouldn't be upset about it.
Would love it. Mm-hmm. Would absolutely love it. Just break that nose, but make him ugly.
Look at you now.
But I'm excited for Richard Sherman to prove all the haters, in a sense, the haters wrong about like his contract and this. Hey, he bet on himself, and you know, that's pretty sweet. But yeah. So anyway, I'm still rooting for the Chiefs. Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
Alex Smith jersey or Montana jersey are you going to wear? Because they both played for the Chiefs. They both played for the Niners. What one are you going to rock?
Oh, I would say that Montana. I can't deny that. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I can't.
Sorry.
I loved the Niners on the video game console back in the day. They were good back in the day. That's who I was in the Super Nintendo Play Action Football. Or no, regular Nintendo Play Action Football.
Oh.
Had to be them. Had to be them. Okay, so that's your prediction. I like it. Congratulations, you won. You were completely right. 24-18. Mahomes got the MVP. Whoa, that's incredible.
What do I win?
Me eating in the microphone.
Chips and dip.
Hey, what's your Super Bowl go-to snack?
Chips and dip.
What type?
Oh. Okay, listen. My favorite chip is like a Ruffles, but we always have tortilla chips in our house. So we're doing some sort of cheese chili situation with tortilla chips. And then we all just sit there and eat it. My sister makes this amazing sausage dip. Sounds nuts. So I always try to force her to make tons of that. Yeah, we eat like crazy. Dude, Who doesn't? Everybody's eating Super Bowl.
Do. We all do. My mom makes a mean garlic dip.
Oh.
And with those Ruffles, delicious.
Okay.
I could just eat.
Shovel it
in my mouth. Nonstop.
Yeah, I'm really just using the chip as a vehicle.
Yeah.
For the.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good point. So where are you guys gonna watch it?
Our house.
Do you guys have everybody over, or just you
Usually we do. I haven't checked in with Kenny to see kind of what's going on. Sometimes we take it to my sister's house. She has like a full-on like man cave basement situation. You know, with I don't even know how many seats are on her couch, but it's a lot. So maybe we'll take it over there. Might be more comfortable. But yeah, it's either her house or our house.
Who's got the cleaner house? Any dogs involved? Is there shedding anywhere?
That out of the two of us, I think we're a tie. So we're very like, you show up at our house on Saturday, looks like we just are the cleanest people in the world. You show up on a Wednesday, it's going to look like we haven't cleaned in 3 months.
That's how I am today. Like you walk through the house, and I didn't want you to walk through the house. I got Ben Craighead coming later. I don't want to walk through the house. Just
listen, Ben, if you don't like what you see, get out.
Ooh. Dang.
I'm sure Ben's a nice guy. Though.
Shots fired. He is a nice guy. That's what I'm having him on. So this is going to be played probably closer to Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Any Valentine's Day stories or anything like that?
I feel like Valentine's Day will redeem me for how lame the Christmas stories were. All right. Ken, I love you to the moon, but he is notorious for messing up Valentine's Day. I mean, this guy, it's like it's not that big of a deal to him. So, you know,
so
it's like either a last minute or a no minute. So one year, I remember I got home from work. He rolls in the driveway, literally hands me a AM/PM little plastic sack with a card that's not yet in the envelope. And a Reese's Pieces.
Wow.
And it's like, Happy Valentine's Day. So then I'm a little like, you know, what the?
Is he setting it up? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He's got
and then he's
better.
like, what? Like Reese's is your favorite candy. It's not, by the way. Twix is my favorite candy. So I like out of, I'm being difficult. I'm like, I'm not eating this. So I leave it all on the counter. Well, then we go to sleep. Wake up the next morning. I go to take it to lunch, to work. And he had eaten the Reese's that he bought me.
Oh my gosh. And then when you called him on, he's like, you said you didn't like it.
Yeah, you don't even like them. So no harm, no foul.
So he got you a card that was still not in the envelope.
Unsigned, not in the envelope.
And a Reese's peanut butter cup.
And a Reese's, and then he ate the Reese's.
What'd you get him?
Nothing.
So when's your guys' anniversary? Is it around the same time? Like when did you guys get married?
Ours is August 17th.
Oh, that's right.
You and I used to share
We used to share it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
First marriage. Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Now, when did you guys get married? What year?
2002.
We shared the
exact anniversary.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Mind blown.
And then our kids or something have the same birthday.
November 8th, November 15th, February 21st.
No, something else.
June 20th.
Nope, because I have a 12. I have a 12/10 and an 11/15. Are those any dates for you? Is one of them your birthday?
11/15. I said that.
Yeah, 11/15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Kane.
And Reed.
And Jamie.
Oh, what?
You know, did I tell you that?
Well, that's funny because my stepdaughter also was born on 11/15. So
That's
Reed
nuts.
Reed and his sister have the same birthday.
So Jamie's birthday, my second wife, shares 11/15 with Kane from my first wife. That marriage. Jacqueline was born June 20th with Jamie. Jamie's daughter. Shares the birthday of Sadie, June 20th.
No.
Mind
Isn't that crazy?
Mind blown
Oh,
on that.
I like that.
And I even hit it out there. I'm like, what's the odds on that? And then Brian Shearson, the mathematician whiz that he is, he said, like, you can't calculate that. Like, you're not able to.
Oh, it's just chance.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, exactly. It's just like you can't say, oh, the odds of that happening are. It's just you're unable to. It's not able to be computed because it's just like you said. It's all
random.
it is. Chance.
Oh my gosh, that's a freaking math doctor telling you that. People.
Right, exactly. And I fought him. We leg wrestled on social media, and I'm like, no, it's got to be something. He's like, absolutely not. Everything is up to chance on that one. So, I mean, unless you had some like, now anyway, we're not going to get into that. But the insemination, if that happened on such and such date, you got all that stuff. Right?
Oh, I see. Okay, so you have like a baseline to calculate.
Right, you'd have to, yeah. So, but anyway, so what was his best? Where did Kenny? And I call him Ken. Did we? That was another thing that came up.
Let's talk about this. Okay, so last episode I talked about all these things. I'm the only one that calls Ken Ken. Turns out that's not true at all.
Everyone
calls him Ken. And then what else? There was something else he said that I thought I only knew about him or whatever. I don't remember, but he also called me out on that. And I was like, I don't even know my husband. I don't.
You had no clue. You were...
he said he would eat sauerkraut and black licorice for like practically no dollars at all. And I would die.
Say what?
Remember we were doing how much would it take for you to do this? He's like, I like sauerkraut.
Man, we have a lot of... we messaged a lot, but not about the...
I know, we're
pod.
always in there.
We had other stuff going on now. What about... Okay, so let's stay focused on... we'll stay focused on good old Ken.
Yeah, Kenny, whatever.
Whatever you want to call him.
He takes it all.
What? What's the Valentine's Day like? Other stories? Do you have any more? Did he knock it out of the park? Was there any point where he was like, it wasn't a gas station card in Reese's?
Oh yeah, I mean he's like taking me. There was this bed and breakfast in Ocean Shores for a while that was really amazing. So one Valentine's Day he took me there and like. He doesn't screw it up all the time, but out of the nearly 20 years that we've been together, more often than not, we joke that it's like, I just kind of take the reins on Valentine's Day or any celebration that I want to be a certain way, then I'll just do it.
So then you take the reins, you book the trip, you do all that, but you don't really buy him a gift. You're just kind of like, hey, this is our gift for each other.
Yeah, I think that early on, the gift thing was a lot more important than it is now. Now it's like time spent together. So it's like dinner or going away for a weekend.
Let's talk about that then. Let's talk love languages since this is Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Do you know the love languages?
I do know the love languages. I mean, I don't have them all memorized, but I know.
What are your 1, 2, or 3 if you know them? Like, what do you know your top one?
I am quality time and touch.
Physical touch, okay.
Yeah.
Those two?
Yeah.
Okay. One of my friends is like getting back. She's recently single. She's getting back in the dating world, and she met this guy who's on his third marriage, or not third marriage. Sorry, could be. They get married. That would be a third marriage. His was, words of affirmation, physical touch, and acts of service. And all I could think about was, no wonder this dude is on his third marriage.
That's a lot.
He's needy as heck,
That's
dude.
That's a lot.
Like, he's like all about like, he needs to be, stuff needs to be done for him. He also needs to be told how great he is.
Yeah, I couldn't do service and affirmations.
Yeah, and then he's also got to have physical touch on top of that.
No.
So I'm like, dude, no wonder this dude's single.
Yeah,
like that makes sense to me now. Like usually, like, oh, is this guy crazy? Is he psycho? Is he this or that? No, the dude's just needy.
Yep, I think so.
I think I wonder if it changes, because I used to be someone that used to be big about words of affirmation.
I think it does change.
I needed that. But now that I've kind of like felt good about myself, like back in the day when I was on Facebook all the time, I'm talking like 10 years ago, 8 years ago, I'm on it now, but I don't post as much. Now, I used to be like, oh, dude, I got 30 likes. Yeah, buddy. Woo. I don't care about the likes anymore. I like to see who liked it. I'll go through it. I don't care about the number anymore, but I'm just like, oh, who laughed at that? Oh, who hearted that? Who liked that? You're actually a really good liker. You are legit on that liking. Now, so here we go. I'm going to ask you, we're rambling with Rhiannon.
Yep.
We're breaking down walls. This may be a crying tears moment.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm preparing myself.
You ready? You wore mascara.
I know. That was a big mistake.
Is it run? Can it run?
It's real running. It's okay.
Okay. They say that what you give out is what you need. So if you're someone that is always giving compliments, no, you're nice, but you also are dying for someone to send you compliments to you.
Ooh.
If you're someone that's pushing like you're always working acts of service, giving people, but you're also hoping they want it back.
I don't buy into that at all.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't view I think you view the world.
I think there are certain situations where that would be true for people. I think, like you said about us getting older, is that I've realized I used to feel like I needed to give. And now I realize that like giving someone a compliment about something they're doing, or just saying, hey, I liked that, even something small, it sticks with them or stays with them, or not that I think a like is important enough to brighten their day.
So you don't want compliments is what you're saying.
It's hard for me to take compliments, so I don't like them. They make me physically uncomfortable.
Okay. I get that.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Let me ask you this. I had this happen yesterday. I had like received this award at my work, and it wasn't like a lamp, like the major award, but it was a major award at our work. It's crazy that I received it. I didn't think I was going to receive it. I never did my job, this like project. I never took on this project thinking that, oh, maybe I'll get recognized. It was just like, this is what I can do to help company. I'm going to help the company. This is good for me. This is fun for me. I enjoy this. I'm doing this.
Yeah.
So I did this project for like a year and a half long so far.
Wow.
And I'm still doing it, but it was a lot of research. It was a lot of presentations, presenting to different departments, showing what we can do to help and train and this and that. And so it was honored yesterday in front of a group of people. It was probably about 20 people there, the full department for the most part, and this and that. I sat there. Once I realized they started talking about me, I was like, oh crap. Like I was like, I didn't like it. Now, a couple reasons is because I turned out, Marshawn Lynch, that's who I turned into.
Yeah.
In a sense where it was like, okay, don't want the spotlight.
Yeah.
I'm a spotlight guy on most things, but if you're recognizing me,
I don't like it.
I don't want the spotlight.
You did deserve it though.
That's cool.
You know that, right?
Thank you. Yeah, of course. Amazing. No, but see, that's me putting up a wall though. Like, yeah, yes. Of course. I'm braggadocious. It's just me trying to accept it myself. And so if I could be a jerk about it, then it's easier for me to be like, I'm just being a sarcastic jerk. But it was pretty cool that I got it. If they would have given it to me and it was just my department manager giving it to me one-on-one, I can accept those compliments.
Yes.
I can go, okay, thank you. You know what? And they're like, no, seriously, you're great. Okay, cool. Thanks. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's very nice. Thank you. But when it's in front of others, a part of me is like, I'm just doing my job, bruh. Like it's like everybody else is doing their job too.
Yes.
So why, and I appreciate it, but I guess it's not why, but it's hard for me to go, well, this person also. So like, hey, who wants to take a photo? We want to take a photo of you with this thing. And I'm like, and they were all, and it's in front of everybody. I'm like, everyone wants to jump in this photo, get in the photo with me. No one jumped in the photo. But I try to give other people praise. Oh, they helped me with this, and they helped me with this, and they helped me with this. And it was nice. It was cool.
I think it's hard for people like us. I really, really feel like it takes a village to do anything like that, even if you're the person spearheading it or leading it.
Right.
And so, I'm with you that if it came down to it and then they're just only recognizing me,
right.
I'm like, but what about everybody else's
right.
hard work?
Right.
Some people aren't like that,
Mm-hmm.
And not that it's bad if they were or weren't, but Yeah, I'm with you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate
so
that
those
love.
20 other people at the work we won't name,
No.
they're killing it too.
They're killing it too.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. They're killing it too. I mean, obviously you always have some people that are kind of like slough off, but for the majority, everybody else is killing it. And thank you. Yes, everybody else is killing it. It takes a village. Everyone's pitching in together, blah, blah, blah.
Except you are a badass.
I'm a badass. Right. Yeah. I tried pawning the thing they gave me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I hope you have it turned into a set of earrings.
I melted it down.
Yeah.
And then I broke work code by piercing my nose and piercing my ears and coming to work with it. So speaking of work. Oh, wait. Before we get into work. Love language.
Yeah.
Let's stay on that for a moment. What's Kenny's? Do you know?
I don't know his, but I think we're similar. And what I do know is neither one of us needs words of affirmation. And I think that's why we've sort of been successful.
Been able to move through.
Yes, because no matter what's going on, if the other one's pulling their weight more or whatever, we just don't need that. He doesn't need me like telling him you're doing a great job. We're both really like I'll praise myself inside, and he does that too. If that makes sense. But he's a touch person. I know he's touch. Yeah.
Good self-esteem.
Yep. And then
do you need to be called beautiful by him?
He does it endlessly, but no. And even
what
from
if it dried up? You said endlessly.
Okay.
What if the well dried up?
If it dried up, it wouldn't be the compliment that would bother me. It would be the change in behavior that would bother me. So I've thought about that. That would be something abnormal. And so then it would make me be like, okay, what's going on? Like, why aren't you saying this? But it wouldn't be so much that like, I miss you calling me pretty, you know?
Right.
It would be, what's up? Like, you just stopped.
Right.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you think he would throw off some red flags if you stopped doing on your side?
I don't know. I need him for a lot of things.
What do you mean? Like just your own.
Oh, God. I don't even know.
You said you had good self-confidence. You said you had good self-esteem. Do you still need?
I think I'm confident because of him.
What do you mean
so
by that?
Does that, he's a safe place. And so I don't have to worry about a lot outside because no matter what, I know that he's got my back or we're going to be fine or whatever. So that allows me to have confidence or less fear in other things. So I think if I just lost that feeling of stability with him, then I would feel off or afraid.
Okay. So he brings that security in.
Yes.
Okay. And that's what they say.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. If you guys are both like quality time, which it sounds like you guys both are.
I think we both are.
And then into physical touch. There you go. Magic.
I mean, how's it not going to work?
It's magic because that's all you got to do is spend some quality time. Ken, I'm helping you out, buddy.
Yeah.
You already know this, though. It's like, it's not me. I'm not teaching this out. But anyone else out there that's kind of have the same thing, you realize, hey, my wife is all about quality time and I'm all about physical touch. Relationships are give and take. Give that quality time. Boom. That physical touch is coming, buddy.
Okay.
That is a tip.
It's a solid tip.
There you go. A very solid tip.
And staying on relationships. Do you think Jamie has made you a better person or you've made Jamie a better person?
I think I make everybody a better person. No, I think Jamie... Gosh, that's a good question. Thanks for turning the tables on me.
I know. You never get put in the hot seat, so I'm turning it.
Yeah, of course. Jamie's made me a better person. I think that it's hard to be a better person in general. But you want to set yourself up with someone who's going to make you that better person.
Yeah.
And so I liken it to where I talk to my kids about this too, about basketball. When I was coaching basketball, you want to set somebody else up that's a teammate. What that means is you want to set them a good screen, or if you're passing them the ball, don't give them a bad pass where they have to kind of fight for it and get it to where they can make, a good position move, whether it's going to be another pass. But if you get the ball low and they have to chase it, well, then you're not helping them. Jamie helps me. She helps me be that better person. Does she make me a better person? I don't know. I don't know about that in the sense of where I feel like she should be the one that's making me the better person. But does she help me be a better person? Yes. She's always set me up with good screens. She's always set me up with a good pass. And I try to reciprocate that as well. So where my relationship differs from my first marriage that obviously failed to this one is the first one, we were both very competitive. And that, I don't know if you guys ever go to the wedding and people bring out 1 Corinthians 13 and love is patient, love is kind. Doesn't, you hear that at every wedding. Well, at one point it says love makes no record of wrongs. Mm-hmm. And so what that means is that you're not like
tallying.
Yeah. Bringing it up.
Yeah.
Oh, I got up with the kid yesterday. You got to get up with it today. Now, if you agreed on that and you work through that, but if you're like holding that person to it, that's where the competition comes into play. That's where I think relationships start to deteriorate. If you don't look at each other as teammates, but you look at each other as opponents, that's where you're done.
Yep.
First relationship, we looked at each other as
adversaries.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It doesn't start off that way. It sometimes is just a hamster wheel that then later you can't get out of,
Right. Oh yeah. Can he make you a better person?
I think so.
You make Kenny a better person?
I know so.
That's good. I like that.
No, I think your basketball analogy is a really good one, actually. That, without being able to put into words, that's what we've probably done. Right. Have we had times in our lives where we were kind of doing the tally situation?
Oh, for sure.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Yeah.
But we're both really willing to kind of call, like, okay, I'm tapping out. I'm waving the white flag. I don't want to do this with you.
Right.
And then for the larger part, it's that trying to set someone up to succeed.
Yes. And that's the thing. I think that when you become adversaries, you throw a bad pass. And
purpose.
On purpose, because that last person threw a bad pass.
Yep.
And you're like, see?
Yep.
How does it feel? How's it feel?
Catch that, bitch.
Yeah, that's what you just threw to me. I'm going to throw it to you now. And that's where you're just like, okay, that relationship is a bad relationship.
Yeah.
And so...
and sometimes great people just bring that out in each other. They're not those people under different circumstances.
And you guys have been married now since we shared the same anniversary. What, 17 years?
We're going to have year 18.
August. Did you guys ever have like a wobbly time? Like you get going fast on that bike and the bike's good, but all of a sudden you start like getting too fast and you're like, oh my gosh, this thing's gonna crash or we gotta bail before this thing crashes.
Yeah. Year 6, 7, still pre-kids.
Yeah.
Was rough because I feel like I wasn't, I was trying to be who I thought someone should be, coming from my background.
Okay.
It was like, well, I really want this to work. And this can only work if you're not you, that you need to be somebody else. You need to act this way and do all these things. I wasn't listening to my gut. And it wasn't like that all the time, but I can see that as the large part of what went into kind of year 6 being the year that we were like, okay, are we in it or are we out it?
Right.
And so thankfully we were both like, no, this
made you stronger.
Yeah, we're
all
here.
That stuff.
And then also, I mean, in my life, everybody that got married, it was because somebody got pregnant.
Oh.
And for me, we waited a long time to have kids because I was so uncertain that, is this going to work? Do I have what it takes to work?
Right.
Can I grow into somebody this is going to work? And so we really wanted to make sure we were like solid before we had kids.
Just jump right in.
Yeah. And since we've had kids, it's like a no-brainer.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Well, that's pretty impressive. I know that when I look back at that, when I got married, were we like 21, 22?
We were 20.
We were 20. Yeah, I was 20. Yeah, right.
He was 20. He was 21. I was 20. So we had to have been 20.
What's his birthday?
September 3rd.
Okay. Sadie's was June 20th, and then mine was October. We got married when I was 20. 21 was when I turned October. Okay, so so for ours, it was like, who has the same car when you're 20? Who has the same job when you're 20? Who has the same way of thinking when you're 20? If you're not growing together, which I don't think we were, and I'm not saying it's on her, who knows? Maybe it's 100% my fault. Like 100%, like the entire time, 100% my fault. Like that, maybe it's on me. I don't know. But there was a point where it's like, once work schedules and you're young, you're trying to make money, you're trying to like do what's best for, so, especially when you have kids, throw kids in the mix. And we had first kid, I think when I was 22. I was 22. It was like, okay, I'll go to work in the mornings. You go to work at night, so we don't have to get any childcare.
Yep.
You throw that wrench in the mix, and then people start adapting to just being single again because they don't see each other except for like maybe 2 days a week. And so it gets rough, man.
Yeah, it is tough.
Especially when you're young and you don't know how to outlet stuff, when you're like, okay, so we just had a fight. So I'm going to tell 5 of my friends we just had a fight. I'm going to tell my parents we had a fight. And then what you don't realize is you're just thinking that it's normal, but these people that love you and have your back, they start growing the animosity towards the other because they only hear that one side of the relationship. And so they think, well, that other person's the complete problem. And you have 2 people doing that.
Yep.
And then you bring those people together with others and there's this animosity and it's there. You don't realize it. And yeah, when you're young, I'm telling you, if anyone's out there listening to this and they're thinking about getting married and you guys are like in your middle, like your young 20s, and do it. That's fine. Do it. But just know that you're just got to not, this isn't a high school relationship.
Yeah, it's
a
hard.
marriage. Yeah. Yeah. And I think I realized that. So happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Yeah, cheers.
Don't get a divorce or, break up.
On our account.
Don't fail. It's easy to do.
Doesn't it sound fun?
Oh man. Well, let's end on the fun part.
We're such assholes.
Let's end on the fun part. Do you do anything fun for the kids for Valentine's Day?
No. No. Their grandmas. Oh my gosh. That thing on the internet that's like, my mom is a mom. Suck it up. You can take it. My mom is a grandma. Do you want your sandwich cut in hearts? Like, that's the grandmas. So my mom and Ken's mom, my kids, like, why are you buying them freaking Valentine's presents? It's St. Patrick's Day. They get St. Patrick's Day bags. And like, so the grandmas really do it up. Like, what can I make them that's themed?
Yeah.
So for us, no, we just do the typical, like, buy Valentine's for the class and do that with them. But no, like, it's not about them.
Now, when you were a kid in school, now I was talking to Joey about this. I'm going to ask you about this.
Okay.
I feel like Zach Peterson, I made a post about this like 8 years ago on Facebook. It got quite a few likes, but you know what? I already told you I don't care about that.
Yeah, we don't care.
I don't care, but it's cool that I did. Thank you guys. But Zach, when you got the Valentine's Day list, his was Z. Now, I remember getting my, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, whatever I got from Rite Aid or whatever it was that, for filling out those Valentine's Day cards. Some of them are worded in a way
they are,
where it sounds like you're super in love with the person. And so you would take those and you would, they were all punched, and so you tear them all apart and you go, okay, there's 3 girls that I really like. So I'm going to put these 3 lovey-dovey ones to them. There's these 3 dudes that will give me shit the entire time if I give them this. So I've got to give them like the cool friend. Yeah, you can't be showing any relationship lovey-doveys to any of your boys, even though they could be your best friends. So you put them like the generic, like, you're cool, be my buddy. So then they're like, okay, that's cool, bro. Like, that's not weird. And then you just kind of like throw things together the best you can for the rest. But then you get to the bottom of the list and you only have like 4 Valentines remaining for those 4 people. And you're just like, okay, well.
Turns out I do love Zach.
I guess I love Zach Peterson.
Yep.
I love him yeah. And so.
Be mine forever.
Yeah. I feel like he got the last part, the discarded ones that probably made him feel very confused on where he landed in people's
Everybody
lives.
Loves me so much.
Or they don't.
Or they don't.
I thought I
can't see that. Everybody loves Zach.
They do. Everybody does love Zach. So anyway, it's so true because you're just like, I don't know.
What do I do?
Hopefully this works out well. And then, did you ever overread into anything that boys sent you?
For sure. Maybe not. Maybe
Did
now
you have
that
a crush?
maybe now
Who was
that
your
I'm looking
crush?
back.
I know that it was Kenny for a lot. You know, you always. But did you have any like first, second, third? Like I had my crushes. I'll list them. Kim Dragnis was like kindergarten, first grade, second grade.
She's so cute too.
Moving into like Shelley Vaughn and Shauna Wagner,
Also good ones.
and then getting into middle school. Like then it was just like okay, Lou Turner, and then who else?
You have good taste.
Yeah, you know, I was just throwing it out there, bruh.
Gosh, you have okay. Let me see if I can think. All right, we already talked about that. I liked Cameron Himes. He was my boyfriend in third grade. In fifth grade,
Before that, though, do you remember like kindergarten, first grade? Any crushes? Blake.
God, I loved Blake, but Brandon Harris, I always loved Brandon.
Brandon Harris.
You know that, yeah.
Yes, that's
So
why I think
always
that's how
loved
we
Brandon.
became friends was through Brandon Harris.
Yes.
Yes, he was such a good. He
And
is
Tyson
a good guy.
Hiffman, we lived
Tyson
around the
Hiffman's
block
great.
from each other. I loved him so much.
And
He doesn't know that.
Back. He's
Does
moved
he?
back. He worked. Well, last time I saw him was this last summer. He's golfing still, but he's last time I saw him was at the Rainier. He's working at the Rainier. He's
Oh my
bartending
God.
at the Rainier.
He was just solid. You know what I remember about Tyson is he seemed so much more mature than the rest of us. Like he just was like held himself well. He didn't talk too much. He was nice, but not like ridiculous.
Right.
And I always just thought, where did this guy get all this poise?
Yeah.
We're a shit show over here.
Yeah.
And he just seemed like he was 20 when we were in
Even
fifth grade.
keel, never got. He was
Yes.
good at basketball. He didn't let his emotions run wild.
No,
he
he was
very
just solid.
Yeah. You know another person, Nick Faulkner. Now here's the thing.
Love me some Nick.
I looked up to Nick Faulkner and Tyson Hiffman, and here's why. They could talk with the girls like crazy, and I've always girls, man. Girls, bro. And when I was in middle school, or not middle school, middle school, but also elementary school, I was like, dude, I want to be Nick Faulkner and Tyson Hiffman. They can talk to women so well. I also didn't know their lifestyle,
Well,
yeah.
duh.
Yeah.
I mean,
And so then I was like, so I saw Nick the other day, actually. I ran into him and I told him the story. I'm like, hey, dude, it's like a year ago. I'm like, hey, dude, I wanted to be you because you could talk to girls like the best of them. And he's like, Travis, there was a reason for that.
what?
I said, I get that now.
Yeah, but then
I wanted to be you guys so bad because I thought these guys could just vibe with these girls so easily. They didn't have to, like, they just had, like, the boys
I
and
love
all
them
that.
both.
Yeah, they're great guys.
Yeah, Brian Lang was amazing too.
Cheeto fingers.
Oh,
Did
he
you
has
ever
like a whole lot. No, I just knew him as y'all in this.
I love Brian Lang.
love
Yeah,
Brian
yeah.
Lang. And then, okay, so in fifth grade, I really liked Jason Paulson.
Of course, the
But
side
then
spike.
he like bothered me so much one day. I slapped him in class, and Mr. Ryerson just was like, "Well, he was like, you had it coming." I just remember I didn't get in trouble.
Wow.
He wouldn't get out of my face.
Did he have this? He rode my bus. Did he have the side spike?
He did. Yeah, he had a side spike.
Side spike in the world.
Yep. He wore it well though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was, and then Jason was, I think, the last person I remember like having a crush on.
Until Kenny.
And because then Ken showed up in the neighborhood, and after
Sorry,
that,
Ken.
it was like, sorry, lights out for everybody else.
Yeah. Game over.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. That's cool.
He gave me no play though. I still give him a hard time about it.
He had the long game going though.
Right. He had a long game going with no one.
He do. He's like, you know what? I'm going to marry this chick when she's 20, and
Yeah,
I'm
we're
just
gonna be together forever.
I'm just going to be cool with it now. Like, why
Yeah,
rush
play it
into
cool.
things?
Play it cool.
Why rush into things? I was telling this story. I will tell it again. Multiple people listen, but I'll tell you this one because you probably won't listen to it. But Shauna Wagner had a huge crush. I'm kitty quarter now to her family, right? Doug and Faye, and fifth grade, huge crush. And it was telling Andy Ainsworth one day at
Gosh, he was cute
he was cute too.
Oh man, I forgot about
hot
him.
Stud, right
Yeah,
there.
people really were into him.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was a hot stud. And he's like, "Hey Travis, who's your Valentine?" This was Valentine's Day. It was at fifth grade, and I go, he's like, "Who's your crush?" And I'm like, "I don't really want to tell you." And he's like, "No." He's like, "You're friends with her," and he's like, "No, I won't say anything." And I'm like, "Okay, Shauna Wagner." Well, you know how elementary school goes. You know, even if it's on Valentine's Day, you're gonna do your regular work and this and that, just like Halloween. You know, you do your regular work. You might dress up, whatever. But then at the end of the day, like the last hour and a half is just like soda and snacks, Doritos.
Love mayhem.
And and then you're just giving out, you're reading your Valentines, you're giving out your Valentines. Like there's no work. It's just a class party. And so Mrs. Van Epps, during this class party, left the room just for a moment. We're drinking out of our red Solo cups as if we're some frat party. And Andy stands up on the
No.
Yes. And I'm next to him.
Oh.
He stands up on the
Are
chair.
you sweating already, or did you not know what he was going to do?
I look and I go, okay, this jerk. I know exactly. He goes up and he goes, I'd like to make an announcement. And everyone quiets down. No teachers in the class, no parents in the class. And he goes, Travis, would you mind telling everybody who you have a crush on? And I'm like, what are you doing? Half of me going, this
Andy
sucks.
Ainsworth.
The other half's like, hey, this could work out. And so let's just see where this goes. And he goes, Shauna Wagner. And then the class laughs. And like 20 minutes, not even that, 20 seconds later, Rebecca Gamblin like walks up to me and goes, Travis, because they're like best friends. Travis, I'm sorry, Shauna doesn't like you like that.
Ugh.
And it went from my best Valentine's Day
To your worst.
to my worst Valentine's Day. And so from then on, I always got teased that I like Shauna. And I owned it at that point. I'm like, well, she knows. I own it. There's a time where my eyes were bad.
Well, and what's not to like,
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to apologize for liking her.
No, I'm in.
She's nice. She's cute.
I'm full in.
Yeah.
And so we had a substitute come in, and my eyes... And people think, oh, dude, you're so smooth. You're so cool. Like, you did this on purpose. I had no clue. Because I'm like, I can't see the board. She moved me, the sub. And I'm like, I need glasses. You need to move me up front to that. And she goes, you want this empty desk? And I'm like, yeah. Again, I can't see. So I can't see who's up front. My desk is directly next to Shauna's. And I move up there and I sit down, and the whole class, just like it was some like 90s sitcom. Ooh. And so fast forward to 8th grade. When I'm on varsity, JV varsity, I think I was on varsity at the time maybe I was on JV. But we're playing, Shauna Wagner and Jesse Preco were the managers on our basketball team.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we got destroyed. It was O'Day or I don't forget who we played. We got destroyed. But on the way home from the game on the bus, it came out again. I think Isaac, who eventually married Shauna, goes, Travis, don't you like Shauna Wagner? Don't you like Shauna? And then the whole bus started chanting, Travis like Shauna, Travis like Shauna. And I'm like,
this stuff happened in real life.
This happened in real life. That's what people say, like, hey,
God.
dude, bullying's gotten really bad. I'm like, I'm sure it has. But let me just tell you.
You took it hard.
I had it as bad as well.
Yep.
And so the next practice, Mr. Ravel is bouncing this basketball back and forth. He's lined us all up. We're sitting there. We just got destroyed by by the team prior to us, yesterday or whatever. He's bouncing back and forth, just slamming the basketball. And he goes, you know what bothers me worse than us just getting blown out? That you guys were more concerned if Travis liked Shauna that you just lost a ball game.
This will not go away.
We just ran lines, and the whole time I just hear the whole, like in my back of my head, the whole bus chanting, Travis.
Oh my
Shauna.
gosh.
Yeah, so.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, so now, yeah, so.
Was his first name Larry?
Larry Ravel.
Yeah, I got in trouble for calling him.
You called him like Lawrence?
I called him Larry when we were doing math. Yeah, something happened. I don't know what took over me because I'm not that person, but he like rubbed me the wrong way, and I did one of those like, okay, Larry, and that was almost the death of me.
Wow. What he used to bring his jaw out a little bit.
Yeah, he really was like, you'll never do that again.
Wow.
And I said, okay, sir.
Okay, Mr. Ravel.
Please don't call my mom.
Dude,
That was the
you
end
know
of
what?
me thinking I was smart.
We're gonna end this, but I got some. We'll talk. Let's keep talking.
Okay,
All right, everyone. Thanks for
keep
listening to our Valentine's Day. Thank you. Have a great Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Find out your love language for your spouse.
Really important.
Do it, and then figure that out. And then, guys, a little tip: quality time equals physical touch later. So
Don't give your cards in an AM/PM bag.
then don't eat the candy that you just gave them too. That'd be funny. In fact, if you do that, let us know.
Yeah, tell us about it. Record it if you do.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
Happy Valentine's Day.